Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. May not be a happy Tuesday after today. We'll see. We'll see how everyone does tonight. Will there be heartbreak? Maybe. Will Ashley hold her 11-point lead over Nick Thunder? That is the question of the day. We are on week 12 of trivia. Who is here already? We got Alex and Ashley. Who else? Olivia, what's going on? Well, you may. Tonight will be very interesting. Hello, hello. Thanks, Nick. What was in your box? What was in your mystery box? I am generally curious. What up, Jake? Oh, what was in it, Nick? That sucks. Who else do we got, Jake? A kid's TM. That sucks. The other two were good. You win some, you lose some on those prize boxes, you know? Yeah, Ashley got some good stuff. Okay, that's not too bad then. So there was Pokemon in it. That's not bad. Okay, so last season, if you guys remember, we did a banned, recalled, dangerous toy trivia. Well, it's back tonight, but it's going to be way harder. So, oh, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. So we are starting trivia at 7:15. We got some time to connect and talk before we start. I'm waiting for the usual suspects. So far, we've got a good crew. I don't see Buck yet. I don't see Tommy yet. I don't see General Strife yet. We have had 33 players score points this year so far, which is, I think, tied with season 1. You're close. I'm sure you could get 2 points tonight. Tonight is going to be interesting. Oh, and I got good news. I got it back. Found it. And I dropped it. Oh, yeah. What up, Buck? So we got the bell back. No more YouTube buzzer. We have got the bell. I knew it was somewhere. I ended up finding it. I found it when I was doing my taxes. It was in a box with all my receipts from the old house, so I don't know why it was in there, but it was in there. We have 4 minutes till we start. And tonight, I think, is going to be a big CPJ night where I score some points because some of these are nasty. Yes. Royalty free. So I don't know if you guys checked the standings that I posted earlier. Ashley is currently in the lead over Nick by 10 points. Alex is in third. Yep, you can just go to the old lives, Olivia. If you go to the old lives, then you can just rewatch all of them. They're all up. I know. I'm on fire this season. That's fine. It's I don't know, like I don't know if band toys are as challenging as some of the other stuff because like a lot of the band toys people know. Yeah. Well, after like I think the harder questions can be reused because if you don't answer them, then I can use them in a future season or I could do like all-star trivia, that sort of thing when we get harder. So, just seeing if Tommy and General Strife are going to roll up. I know there was a couple other girls that played last week too. If you go on my homepage, Olivia, and you go to the top part of like where, you know, like you go to CPJ Collectibles main page for YouTube, and then you click, it'll show like videos, shorts, posts. Then there's a tab for lives, and you can watch all the old lives from season 1 all the way to the now. They usually go live, I don't know, like right after this gets done. So we've got 2 minutes until we begin. 2 minutes, 50 questions tonight, plus a bonus question. Should be exciting. We've got 20 people in the chat. If you are playing trivia tonight, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know so I can write your name down. These are all going to be banned/recalled toy trivia questions. So in the past 60 years, there's been lots of banned and recalled toys. And some of the stuff that they put in toys or that they used for toys is mind-blowing. So this will be educational as well as fun. So we've got 2 more minutes. Yes. There you go, Ashley, MVP. That's the kind of stuff. People helping people. We've got, I don't see Tommy. I don't see Strife. Maybe they're running late. Who's the other girl that played? What was it, last week? It was a couple weeks ago. You found it? Okay, good. Kelsey Rose, Selena Sharp, Naomi Walker. See, there's been way more girls. Tommy, there he is. Tommy is back. We are starting in 1 minute. We've got a good solid crew tonight. Yeah, we were waiting for you, Tommy. I could have started a minute early, but we're gonna get going in less than a minute. Pages. We got the bell back. The bell will be the cutoff. If you do not get the answer in before the bell ring, like when I hit that bell, I'm gonna put it right here. So when you see this, that means the points are no bueno. I don't care if it comes in. That seems like Iron Man style. Okay, so we are starting right now. This is week 12, season 4, Retro Trivia Tuesdays. If you consider yourself a trivia expert, this is the channel for you. We have 20 people in the chat. We've got the usual suspects. And this is banned/recalled toy trivia from back in the day. So many of these toys are going to blow your mind with just how ridiculous the concept was, but it was different times. So here we go. Question 1. What 1930s chemistry toy sold to children contained mercury compounds for experiments? What 1930s chemistry toy sold to children contained mercury compounds for experiments? Gilbert chemistry set is incorrect. Atomic play set is incorrect. If you get the first name of the company that made it, I will give you a point. This is pretty hard. We are going to go. Good guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And nobody got it. First one. That is just a taste of the questions for the evening. I think that's my first point. The name of the toy that allowed children to play with mercury compounds in the 1930s was the Porter Chemical Company chemistry set. The Porter Chemical Company chemistry set. Not all of them are this hard. But with 1 point in, I am in the lead. Question 2. Which early 1980s transforming toy line was recalled after metal parts caused lacerations? Which 1980s transforming toy line was recalled after metal parts caused lacerations? Not Diaclone, not Transformers, not Voltron. You are missing one of them. BattleBots is incorrect. We will go 5. This one's so easy. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay, Alex, I'll give it to you. It was the GoBots. Select Bandai releases of the GoBots were recalled because they were cutting children with their sharp metal pieces. GoBots, Transformers' ugly cousin. Question 3. Question 3. Nick, you want to take care of that? What Fisher-Price push toy from the 1960s was quietly discontinued after impalement injuries? What Fisher-Price push toy from the 1960s was quietly discontinued after impalement injuries? The popcorner is incorrect, although it should be the answer. Fire truck is incorrect. Giant roller, nope. Go. Keep guessing. Jarts is a good answer, but that is not a Fisher-Price toy. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a push toy, so Jarts is not a push toy. The fire truck is a good guess. Clackers is not a push toy. So it was actually a toy called the Fisher-Price Clown Punch-A-Ball. So you would push it and the clown would punch, but then it would get stuck and it would jam into the person. The popcorner came out after that. So that's another point for yours truly. Question 4. Alex, it's a pusher. The Clown Punch-A-Ball. Hold on. Let's go to the Sky Judge. Fisher-Price Clown Punch ball. It looked something like this. You would push it, and that got recalled. They re-released it, but that's what it would look like. Yep. I mean, progress is a slow process, right? No. Question 4. Which 1990s plush keychains were recalled because its metal class contained lead soldering? So, in the 90s, there were a series of plush keychains based on a popular 90s toy line. Tommy got it. Beanie Babies. The mini Beanie Babies keychains were actually recalled because they had lead soldering. Tommy has a point. Way to go, Tommy. Question 5. the fact that some of this stuff is so, you guys are thinking I'm lying here, but these questions are like too ridiculous to not be true. What novelty toy sold in gumball machines caused chemical burns when punctured in the 1980s? So everybody loves a gumball machine toy, right? Well, you would get this item out of the gumball machine, and if it was punctured, it would cause chemical burns to the user. Glow sticks is a great guess, but not correct. If you give me anything, water wiggles is a good guess, but those are just water in there. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, sticky hands, good guess. 1. Okay, so in the 80s, there were these little gumball machine toys called acid-filled joke capsules. They were little joke capsules, and if you popped them, the acid would spill out and burn the person. That's the actual name of them. If you want to look it up, you can check it. Acid-filled joke capsules were a gumball machine prize. Why? 80s, that's why. Is that another point for me? Gonna be a low-scoring week this week, I think. I'm on fire. These questions are just disgusting. Question 6. I feel like this one is not hard if you're a vintage toy person. Which toy camera from the 70s was recalled after overheating flash bulbs caused burns? If you survived the 70s and 80s playing with toys, you are like Rambo. Literal Rambo. Which toy camera from the 1970s was recalled after overheating flash bulbs caused burns? It was made by a company called Mattel. So if you know if it's Mattel, what's the name of the camera? Tommy got Mattel. 1970s Mattel camera banned. We'll go 5, 4, 3. You know what? Tommy, I'm going to give you the point. I'm going to give Tommy the point because it was the Mattel flash camera. And although Tommy is being a joke maker here, Tommy got Mattel and flash in 2 different answers. So I will give the point because these are some hard questions. We take that. Question 7. What 1990s toy watch was recalled? What 1990s fast food toy watch was recalled because its button battery could be accessed without tools? So what 1990s fast food toy watch was recalled because its button battery could be accessed without tools? Olivia, I'm going to give you the point. McDonald's had digital Happy Meal watches, and they were recalled because, so one of the rules about Happy Meal watches is if you look, you can always see that they have the screws in them. This one you could just pop off, and then that little button battery, kids could eat it. So Olivia gets a point. We will give Olivia the point. Okay, we are at question 8 of 50. Delicious. Which European doll line was banned in Sweden for containing prohibited, I don't even know how to say this word, phthalates in the hair? Batteries are yummy. Which European doll line was banned in Sweden for containing prohibited phthalates in the hair? We're all close, but not accurate. It's 2 words. Steffi Love is a good guess, but not correct. Bye, Jake. Real Doll is good guess. European Girl is good guess, but not correct. Give me 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And with that, I have accrued another point. The answer I was looking for was called the Baby Born Dolls. They were called Baby Born Dolls. I might. It was like Stump the Schwab. Remember that show? Also, remember we were talking about batteries? Batteries. When's the last time that you saw somebody do the stick your tongue on the end of like the C or the D batteries? You know, like when you, what are those batteries called? 9 volts. Remember those? Baby Born. Yeah, Jason. Question 9. Question 9. There's way too many. You did? That's how you did it, Tommy. That's how you were at 178%. Question 9. What 1960s projectile toy fired hard plastic discs and was linked to eye loss? Not kidding. This is a real question. What 1960s projectile toy fired hard plastic discs and was linked to eye loss? Nerf, it was not the answer because Nerf is still around. This company is no longer around. There's your hint. Sonic Blaster, good guess, incorrect. I'm going to give Olivia a half a point. Somebody give me the name of the company and I'll give the other half. Go 5, 4. I'm giving Olivia half a point. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Olivia gets a half a point. Hey, Ashley, you got a... Okay, I'll give Ashley a half point too. It was the Whammo Super Disc Gun. The Whammo Super Disc Gun was linked to eye loss in unfortunate individuals that were targeted with it. So ridiculous. Question 10. Which early magnetic desk toy... hold on. Some of these questions are so bad. Which early magnetic desk toy concept was rebranded for kids and later recalled due to ingestion? Whammo still exists? Which early magnetic desk toy concept was rebranded for kids and later recalled due to ingestion? I'll give Ashley a point. Ashley, it's Polytron Magnetic Sets, aka Magnetics. So we'll give Ashley a point. So after 10 questions in this nasty trivia, I'm in first place with 4 points. Tommy is in second with 2 points. Ashley and Olivia have 1.5 points each, and Alex has a point. Question 11. What toy from the 1970s allowed kids to mold molten plastic and was pulled for fume toxicity? What toy from the 1970s allowed kids to mold molten plastic and was pulled for fume toxicity? It was not, that's the original, I need the original one, not the creepy crawlers. It was called something different. Thingmaker is correct. Ashley gets a point. The Mattel Thingmaker. Question 12. Which 1998 fast food promotional toy was recalled after choking incidents involving removable hats? Which 1998 fast food promotional toy was recalled after choking incidents involving hats? It was done by Burger King, if you need to know that. BK Mr. Potato Head is incorrect. Another Burger King toy from 1998. If you know, pop it in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the Burger King Teletubbies stuffed animals. The BK Teletubbies stuffed animals. Hey, thanks so much, Laura. Question 13. They did, for some reason. Who knows? Yep, and they were recalled. They had hats originally. Ready? Okay, here we go. Question 13. Nick, can you take care of that? Which doll was recalled in 2007 due to lead paint concerns? In 2007, there was a toy line that was recalled because the little squishy figures had lead paint in them. I feature this toy in its earlier incarnations on the channel quite a bit. And they were the 2007 oh, that's such a good guess, Olivia. You're close. This toy line actually, Nick got it. Polly Pocket. Polly Pockets in the 2000s were recalled because of lead paint concerns. Nick, that is your first point of the evening. Hello, Laura. Okay, we are on question 14. Which toy was nicknamed the most dangerous toy ever sold? Which toy was nicknamed the most dangerous toy ever sold? Jarts is correct. Lawn darts, the infamous impaling lawn darts. Everybody got that one. See, they're not all hard. They're not all hard. Just 95% are hard. Okay? We're all having a good time. That was one for the community. You did, Ashley. You got it. I'm happy for you. Question 15. What 1990s science kit was recalled after sulfur compounds caused respiratory irritation? What 1990s science kit was recalled after sulfur compounds caused respiratory irritation? That is incorrect. No, that's Dr. Dreadful, and it's awesome and was not recalled. Baby's first lead. No, that is not correct. We're going to go 5. I'm going to get another point here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, buddy. Another point for me. You guys may not beat me tonight. It was Junior Chemistry Lab set. So did anybody get lab? I'm going to give Nick a point as well. It came in after the bell, but I'll give Nick a point. I'll give Nick a point. No, because the bonus question I can't get. So I don't think I can't win. So, but I can move up the leaderboard. Sulfur. Question 16. Which Fisher-Price crib toy from the 1980s was recalled after cords caused strangulation risks? There was 2. I have one here. There's 2 different ones. Not a mobile. No. Play Gym is incorrect. I'm going to give you guys a hint. Crib Activity Center. Kind of, but not really. I'm going to give you guys this toy right here. And then if you can get the name within 5 seconds, I'll give you a point. That is one of the recalled toys. Because that string on the bottom could get tangled. So, do you know what that one's called? Pull string scarecrow, I'll give it to you. Nick, point. Your third point of the evening. There was, okay, bonus question. Bonus question, Nick. I'm going to Nick. I'm going to Nick for extra points. Nobody else answer. Nick Thunder, 2-time. That toy is a released model of another Fisher-Price toy of the same nature where you would pull the cord, the legs would spring out, and it would make noise. What was the other model of that toy? If you know, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get it. Nobody answered but Nick. What was it? Just give me what it looked like, if you know. It wasn't a scarecrow. It was something else. Yeah. You should know because when I featured that on my shorts, I actually said what the other thing was. Jester Dude is correct. That's right. Nick Thunder gets a point. It was the Jumping Jester. He was wearing all green and had the same basic premise than when you pulled down. Yeah, that's why Nick is the 2-time. With that, Nick takes a half-point lead over Ashley, which closes the gap to under 10 for the season. What toy from the 1950s used potassium chlorate in combustion experiments? It's the Jolly Jester. What toy from the 1950s used potassium chlorate in combustion experiments? And somebody actually said this earlier on in the chat. Somebody used this exact answer. Ooh, the Gilbert Chem set is incorrect. Atomic Energy Lab is also a good guess, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Somebody said it earlier in the chat for one of the other questions. We will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Go ahead and take that point. It was the Chemcraft chemistry set. Somebody said that earlier. The Chemcraft chemistry set. It was pulled for using potassium chlorate in combustion experiments. Okay, here we go. Another one. Banned toys. I am with Macaulay Culkin. How did you know? What 1970s launching toy was banned in Canada before U.S. restrictions? What 1970s dart launching toy was banned in Canada? The Marine 708 gets the point. We have a new point getter. The Marine 708. Well done. It was lawn darts. Well done. Good job. Just doing retro trivia. And if you know the answer, type it in the chat and you get points. And we just kind of keep track and do this every Tuesday. So welcome and thanks for playing. Question 19. What novelty toy involved rubber tubes filled with ethanol and was pulled for flammability? What novelty toy involved rubber tubes filled with ethanol and was pulled for flammability? Why would you fill a rubber tube with ethanol and give it to a child? Drinking bird? No, Homer. They're so... If you can give me the name of the item... Yeah, this is nice. This is back in the day, right? Ethanol. Put that in your car. We're going to go 5, 4, 3. When you hear the name, you'll understand. 2. Yeah. What novelty toy involved rubber tubes filled with ethanol and was pulled for flammability? We will go 5, 4, 3. Good guess. 2, 1, 0. They were novelty toys, and the name that they elected to give these rubber tubes filled with ethanol was fire snakes. Fire snakes. And they got pulled for flammability. Fire snakes. Yep. You got to remember, these guys back in the day were just making a lot of toys that ended up in the 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s that got released to market. Their original purpose that they tried to release them to was the military. And if the military passed, they were like, well, we got this thing, so let's just give it to kids. Macaulay Culkin? I don't see it, but okay. Question 20. Well, this is the 50s. Which spinning toy caused facial injuries? I'll give you guys a better hint than this. What 90s spinning doll toy caused facial injuries and was pulled from shelves? What 90s doll toy caused facial injuries? Sky Dancers is correct. Nick acquires another point. Sky Dancers. Yes, the ones that ended up in the fireplace and caused all the consternation. Okay, so after 20 questions, we still have 30 to go. Here is a score update. I have 8. I have stumped you guys 8 times tonight, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. 8 for me. Second place is Nick Thunder with 5. Third place right now is Ashley with 3.5. And then fourth place is Tommy with 2. And then we've got Olivia with 1.5. Alex and the Marine have 1 each. So still anybody's game. The Marine, you came on like the hardest night. Normally these questions are not so diabolical, but this is week 12 of the 4th season. So I had to do something because people were scoring too many points last week. So I had to go. Normally once a season, I'll do a band/recall trivia night, and that's this night. So you came on a fun night. Okay, question 21. What early RC toy helicopter line was recalled due to blade detachment injuries? What early RC helicopter toy line was recalled due to blade detachment injuries? So there was a remote control helicopter that had to be recalled because the helicopter blades flew off and hit children. And that's not good. That is, nobody's got it yet. If you give me the name of the company, I will give you a point, or the name of the thing. Blade 500 is incorrect. Blade MCP is incorrect. Think about our remote control companies. This one's pretty popular. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the name, oh, that's another one for me. The name of the toy company is Nico. Nico makes a ton of RC toys. And the name of the helicopter toy line was the Sky Blaster helicopters. The Sky Blasters were recalled due to the blades detaching and hitting people. Nico. Okay, question 22. What 1980s water toy was banned after suction injuries to skin and eyes? What 1980s water toy was banned after suction injuries to skin and eyes? I saw this earlier in the chat when we were doing the rubber snake thing. The fire snake, somebody said this answer, and suction to the skin and eyes would be appropriate for this. Wiggle is very close. Water wiggles is correct. Water wiggles. Ashley gets a point. Ashley needs every point because she's maintaining a lead over Nick in the season standings. It was the water wiggles. The water wiggles. Suction to skin and eyes. Wonder what skin. Question 23. What toy from the 1960s included real electrical wiring for home outlet experiments? Hi from Ontario, Canada. What toy from the 1960s included real electrical wiring for home outlet experiments? I'm not kidding. This is a real question. Gilbert Electric is a good question. Give me the name of the company and I'll give you a point. Science Craft. I love these answers. You guys are coming up with some really creative answers. Operation Fork Spark. Sorry, Tommy. I'm giving you a point. I'm giving Tommy a point because that is awesome. Okay, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm giving Tommy a point. It was not Fork Spark Fun, which should have been the name, because if you're going to give kids electrical wiring for home outlet experiments, probably going to have Fork Spark Fun. The name was the Remco Power Electric Lab. That was the name of the toy that was recalled in the 1960s. Which 1990s toy companies, or what 1990s toy jewelry line was recalled for cadmium in metallic coatings? Which 1990s toy jewelry line was recalled for cadmium in the metallic coatings? You give me the name of the company that made it. They're usually in the mall. Kids get their ear pierced there. They have like 3 for $10 deals. My daughters are always bugging me to go there. And Claire's is correct. I'm going to give the Marine and Nick a point. There's an E on Claire's. I'm normally a spelling stickler, but because you're new, you get a point. So it was the Claire's Children Charm Sets. And they had cadmium in the metallic coating, which is a big no-no. You don't want to do that. There you go, Claire's. Yes, that's right. Some of the names of these toys are just ridiculous. What novelty toy sold at carnivals caused ear injuries due to a sudden air pressure release? What novelty toy sold at carnivals caused ear injuries due to sudden air pressure release? It's not a potato gun. It's not a plastic trumpet. It's not balloons. Olivia, I'm going to give you a point. I know you were off, but your answer was correct. Hold on one sec. Thank you, Nick. Power Popper's a good answer, but not correct. Sorry, I had to take care of the Let's Raid his buddy. Okay, so I'm going to give you, it's 2 words, and it's awesome. And once you hear it, you're going to totally think that it's not it's like a balloon, but it's not called, there's no balloon in the title. So it has a specific name. It has a specific name. Why is this not happening? Hold on, I got to refresh this. My happy Tuesday. So it is called, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2. Pop tubes is a good guess, but incorrect. Sugar bumpers. Okay, give me your best name that you think just like that they should have named it. And I'll give a point to the most creative. Thrift store hoarder. Wow. You're nice. Bye, Dominic. Pop and shoots. Good one. Mega Elastic Badonker 1000. Mega Elastic Badonker 1000 is going to be hard to beat. The only person that I thought could beat that was Tommy, and he went with Boom Boom Pows. So I'm going to give the Marine a point. That should be the name of the channel. Okay, would you like to know what they were really called? And you're going to be mad because this is awesome. The novelty toys sold at carnivals that caused ear injuries due to sudden air pressure release, they were called Bang Snappers. Bang Snappers. Yes, that is the name. Bang Snappers. Very carnival name. It kind of checks out, right? When you think about it. Okay, question 26. No way. That's a good one. You got to remember, these toys aren't being released now. This is like 1960s when like Bang Snapper is like, you know, it's like a cool word. Not like now. Okay. I saw this one in the chat earlier. So remember, if you said it, you'll know. Which Fisher-Price toddler toy was recalled after reports of finger amputations? Which Fisher-Price toddler toy was recalled after reports of finger amputations? Yes, that is correct. Easy Bake is not a Fisher-Price toy. Chatty Cathy is also not a Fisher-Price toy, but good guess. Popcorn roller, it happened. Yes. These toys are almost so ridiculous that they are not, like you would think they're not real, but they are real. Someone mentioned this earlier. I swear I saw it in the chat. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to come up with it. 4, 3. It's not the popcorner. 2. It came up in the crib one. 1, 0. It does not exist. Okay. Oh, you're so close, but no. That's a point for me. The name of the toy was the Fisher-Price Busy Box. The Busy Box. It was mentioned earlier. I believe it was mentioned by maybe Ashley. The Busy Box. Unfortunately, was recalled after reports that it amputated children's fingers because they would press it. Well, it had drawers, right? And if you jam the drawer and your finger would be in there. Yep. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. Yep. Kind of like, it was like taking a drawer of like a desk drawer and jamming your finger in it. So bad. Question 27. What early laser-based toy from the 80s was restricted for eye safety violations? What early laser-based toy from the 1980s was restricted for eye safety violations? I will give you a hint that Marvin the Martian uses this terminology when he says he will get you with his blank. Ooh, ray gun. Nope. I'll shoot you with my... It's not a ray gun. He doesn't call it a ray gun. He calls it something different. Oh, you guys are so close. 4, 3, 2, 1. He says, I'll shoot you with my photon laser. The photon beam toy guns were recalled. Photon was the name, was the word I was looking for. Photon. I see there's not a lot of Marvin the Martian fans in the chat today. Question 29. 28. Question 28. What toy candy was banned in some countries for simulating drug use? What toy candy was banned in some countries for simulating drug use? Cigarettes, candy cigarettes was the correct answer. The Marine gets a point there. 4 for you. Everybody got that one except for Tyler. Smarties. Fun him. You guys remember Ann from last season? A for Ann. They still sell them here, but they're not called candy cigarettes. They're called candy sticks. And they took the red. They took the red off the end. What do I collect? What don't I collect is a better question. I'll tell you what. My daughter loves Smarties. The M&M minis, actually. Oh, and Miss Peyton, my oldest, got her braces off today. Big things are happening over here. Okay, what 1970s educational toy? I'm going to tell you the toy. You tell me why it was recalled. How about that? I'll give you a better one here. Favorite non-chocolate candy? I can't eat candy because I'm allergic to red dye. So back when I tried to eat candy and would have like really bad allergic reactions, it was the pop bottles that had like the penny candy pop bottles. I used to bite the top off and pretend that I was drinking it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm allergic. I found out eating jelly beans on Easter. It sucked. So, no Kool-Aid for me. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the name of the toy, and then you tell me why it was recalled. Okay, this one will be a little bit easier that way. So, in the 1970s, the science fair electronics kits were taken away when regulations tightened because they used a certain type of insulation in them. What was the insulation that they used in these science fair kits? Uranium is a good guess, but no. Asbestos is the correct answer. Nick, that's your point. Good job. They used asbestos. Lead and asbestos were used in everything back then. Hey, Nick is closing the gap in the leaderboard right now. Okay, question 30. Which fast food toy from the 2000s was recalled after magnet ingestion incidents? Oh, you can't be running to the other room during primetime trivia. Which fast food toy from the 2000s was recalled after magnet ingestion incidents? I'll give you a hint. It was released by McDonald's. Okay, it was released by McDonald's, but what was the toy? Not magnetics. These were pretty popular. You could get like Spider-Man ones. You could get Pokemon ones. They came in a collector case. They kind of look like a pill, but a little bit bigger. They were like strong peas or... there we go. Mighty Beans. McDonald's Mighty Beans is the correct answer. Nick gets a point. Mighty Beans were recalled. After 30 questions, 20 more to go, I'm in the lead with 11. That's a CPJ record. Nick is in second with 9. The Marines got 4. Ashley's got 4.5. Tommy's got 3. Olivia's got 2.5. And Alex has got 1. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex. You're on a grand sucking streak? You won last week. What are you on about? You literally won last week. Absolutely. Ashley wins last week's trivia and complains that she didn't win by enough. It's not, hey, in the words of Dom Toretto, it's not whether you win by an inch or a mile, it's that you win. Yeah. Yeah. Alex, did you stand Ashley up on your guys' date? And she's mad about it? Didn't you guys have your trivia date yet? He never called? Oh, spill the tea. Okay, question 31. Alex, how dare you? Question 31. What novelty toy caused frostbite-like injuries from compressed gas expansion? What novelty toy caused frostbite-like injuries from compressed gas expansion? Ooh. So you guys did get together. What novelty toy caused frostbite-like, that's what I'm saying, frostbite-like injuries from compressed gas? That's the king. The king is hanging. Okay, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, good guess, 2, 1. It was the Instant Freeze spray toys. So Instant Freeze. Instant Freeze was the name of the toy. That's another point for me. Okay, in question 32, which 1990s talking doll was recalled for emitting sounds above safe decibel limits? You know what? I like that, Marine. I like that a lot. Maybe for the grand finale, we will do that. I like that. Everybody will get one question to stump me. Which 1990s talking doll was recalled for emitting sounds above safe decibel limits? Well, in 1992 or 1993, there was a very popular children's TV show. And at Christmas that year, there was one particular stuffed doll that everybody had to have. And if you loved him, he loved you. Thank you. Barney is the correct answer. Barney. Has anybody seen what they did to Barney? The new Barney design is just god awful. I saw it today at the store that I was at. Have you guys seen the new Barney? It's absolutely garbage. Why would they do that to him? Like, you know what irritates me? What bothers me as somebody in the toy world. If you're a toy company and you're going to release a toy that's a remake, we all don't care about your artistic spin on it. Just make the same toy that you made 30 years ago. Make the exact same one with the same accessories, the exact same way, and we'll buy it. That's what you need to do. Not some new model. That's right. Like, for example, I'm so glad that they brought back the McChangeables. But is it that hard to just give them the same faces that you gave them 25 years ago? Like, can you just do that instead of making them have these, like, goofy, friendly robot faces? Like, make them look like Transformer faces. Yes, Nick. There is definitely some. They took my favorite toy line and they changed it. Mason, thanks for watching. We're in the middle of trivia. They've lost the formulas. Wow, reverse engineer it. Like, it's not hard to just grab an action figure and take it apart and be like, oh, okay, let's reverse the mold. I'm not talking about the plastic quality. I'm talking about the actual, like, for example, making a G.I. Joe at 3 3/4 inches with a rubber O-ring inside so that it twists like we all remember. Okay, question 33. What children's chemistry set from the 1940s included uranium or samples? What children's chemistry set from the 1940s included uranium or samples? They definitely do. 100%. It's all trademark proprietary information. They would have it. Gilbert's is correct. I'm going to give Tommy the point because Tommy had it. Gilbert's Atomic Energy Lab. So, Tommy, that's your point, bud. But I'll give Ashley a half a point for giving me the whole name. You never know. That half point could be the difference between a championship and a second place finish. Ask Alex. What inflatable... No, sorry, 34. Which toy was banned in several U.S. school districts for inducing seizures in photosensitive children? Which toy was banned in several U.S. school districts for inducing seizures, wow, in photosensitive children? It's not so much a toy as such as a toy's effect. Think about like if you were like to go to a rave. Laser pointer's a good guess. Like if I was at a rave, there'd be this type of light going, and they made those originally as toys for kids. You know? Not glow sticks, like lights in the background behind the DJ. But strobe lights are correct. Tommy, strobe lights are correct. Tommy, 5 for you, bud. Strobe light toys were recalled or banned in several U.S. school districts. Tommy, 5 points tonight. Buck, what is going on, Buck? I need to do a check-in on Buck. Buck, you have not scored a point so far. We need Buck. Okay, I gotta... Buck, you're a Simpsons guy, right? Where's Buck at? Buck, this is a Buck-only question. Did you, Olivia? Hold on. You came in after, Olivia. Okay, Buck, I have a question. Why did I think you knew Simpsons? Who's the Simpsons expert? Okay, hold on, Buck. We'll come back to you. We got a bonus question for Buck. Was it Nick that's a Simpsons expert or Alex? One of you guys is a Simpsons expert. Okay, Alex. Okay, hold on. You guys want to see what I see? I'll show you. I promise I'm not lying. Okay. Do you see who came in first? And there's Olivia. You don't need the pressure? You sure, Alex? Because we can go the pressure here. I'll post it in the community post after the live, okay? Okay, Alex, here we go. This is your bonus question. It's worth 2 points. So Homer works at the nuclear power plant. He had a novelty toy do his job for him for an episode that not nearly caused the Springfield nuclear reactor to melt down. What was that toy? Novelty item. If you don't know, say I don't know, and I'll throw it to general chat. Water drinking bird. Yes. Okay, Alex, 2 points for you. And if you like the water drinking bird, you should definitely watch my next short that's going live at 8:30. Okay, question 35. Well, I do a video game night. Why? This toy is awesome. What is it? This could make $1 million. Okay, here we go. What inflatable novelty toy caused suffocation risks due to the airtight plastic? What inflatable novelty toy caused suffocation risks due to airtight plastic? Oh, yeah. Definitely. There's video games usually quite often. I haven't done a video game night yet. Maybe next week. No clue. What up, Strife? Punching clown, play rings. We're going to go 5. Boom snappers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, they were inflatable head masks. So they were inflatable masks that you would put on your head, but you had to inflate them first. And then when you put the plastic over your head, unfortunately, you would suffocate. Super elastic badonkadonks 1000 would be a good guess. That's nobody's point. 1 for me. Yeah, I mean, only if you don't like breathing. Question 36. Which early 2000s toy scooter brand faced recalls due to the collapsing handlebars? Which early 2000s toy scooter brand faced recalls due to collapsing handlebars? The Razor scooter. Nick gets a point. That is 10 for Nick now. Ooh, Ashley, I don't know what's happening. This is good. Did you? What kind of robot? What 1980s slime product was removed for containing boric acid above the limits? Who? You did not beat him. Oh, Ashley, you did beat him. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. No, you did not beat him. You did not beat him. Razor scooter to the ankle. It's slime. It is slime. I'll give Nick a half point because, like, it's slime monster gel. Slime monster gel. So I'm going to give Nick a half point. The Oozer slime. Krusty brand imitation slime. Krusty brand imitation gruel. Okay, question 38. Which toy train set used lead-based paint into the early 1970s? Which toy train set used lead-based paint into the early 1970s? One of the biggest toy train distributors in the world. Pretty big company. It's not Thomas. Lionel is correct. Ashley, you did get that one first. You got that one first just before Olivia. But you know what, Olivia? We like you. We're going to give you a point. Question 39. What novelty toy used calcium carbide to produce gas explosions? Yes. What novelty toy used calcium carbide to produce gas explosions? Poor Bobby, man. One of my favorite characters from The Sopranos. They are called, the name carbide is in the title. So you need the other word in the title. The Big Bang Cannon is incorrect, but it's close. It's carbide in the title and something else. Yeah, Bobby definitely didn't deserve it. When Bobby, carbide cannon is correct. That was Nick, right? Yep. All the rest of the characters on The Sopranos deserve what they got, except for Bobby. I could get into a whole thing about The Sopranos. Okay. Which children's bracelet was recalled after strong magnets? Come on, Which children's bracelet was recalled after strong magnets caused bowel perforations? Olivia, come on. You don't know The Sopranos? Then you need to do some homework and start watching it for next week. It's like a mob show on HBO. It's really, really good. One of the top 5 TV shows of all time. It's pretty good. It's definitely top 5. Sopranos? Alex, you're killing me right now. Which children's bracelet was recalled after strong magnets caused bowel perforations? Ooh, fair enough. Fair enough. We will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you like The Wire, you gotta like Sopranos. Okay, so that's my point. It was the magnetic hematite bracelets. Magnetic hematite bracelets. Okay, hold on. I will not take this lightly. Alex, you're up. What's your top 5 TV shows? What's your top 5 TV shows, Alex? Let's, Mr. Cinema here. Tell us your top 5. Sopranos is good. We need Alex's top 5. No pressure, but we're all going to judge you. Alex, you get your top. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Charmed. Alex is Googling top 5 rated TV shows of all time. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Frasier. You just threw Frasier in your top 5 of all time. Frasier. And you're busting my chops over The Sopranos, and you put Game of Thrones in there. Game of Thrones over The Sopranos. That is like a 100-point loss. Game of Thrones has the arguably worst rated, like the worst ending of any TV show of all time. Alex, jeez. You had me with your first 3. I could get behind the first 3, maybe. The Wire, I will agree with you, is the best show. It was until the last 2 seasons. I'm 100. If you think Game of Thrones is good, you should have said A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, because it's infinitely better than Game of Thrones. Anyway, question 41. What toy kite was banned in some regions for using conductive wire? What toy kite was banned in some regions for using conductive wire? Just give me the name of the item that was conductive in the kite. Benjamin Franklin would love it. So what type of material did they use in the wire that was conductive? It was copper string. That is correct. Nick gets a point. They were the metal string kites. They used copper wire. Why that would be a bad idea, I don't know. I'm not sure. Which doll stroller was recalled after collapse caused injuries to infants? I know, Tom, you came in after Nick. Wait, hold on. No, Tommy, I'm sorry. You got it. My bad. Tommy, that's your point. Not a giveaway. Just hanging out. Okay. Which doll stroller was recalled after collapses caused injuries to infants? What type of stroller? Give me the type of stroller. You don't have to give me the brand name. Just give me the kind of stroller it was. They have a specific name. Hello? It's like if you have kids or it's called a certain type of stroller. You would use this type of... there you go. Ashley got it. Umbrella stroller. So they were toy umbrella strollers. They were recalled. This toy This toy microscope kit included formaldehyde preserved specimens. This toy microscope kit included formaldehyde preserved specimens. Give me the name of the toy microscope. It's not the Gilbert's atomic energy. That was already answered. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate you saying that. No, not my boy Perceptor. We're going to go 5, 4. Let me guess. Perceptor's the best Autobot. 3, 2, 1. It was the BioView microscope set. The BioView microscope set. I'm having a hard time concentrating on the fact that Alex has Frasier in his top 5. I think that if I asked 1,000 people their top 5 TV shows of all time, Frasier would get 1 vote. It would get 1. Absolutely, Olivia. I have done 2000s trivia, but maybe I'll do more of it next couple weeks. I've got about 3 or 4 weeks left before the break, so I will do some more 2000 stuff. It's just sacrilege that you're saying that. Seinfeld for the win. Yeah, like Seinfeld over Frasier. What's next? Wings? Okay. Question 44. Which early VR-styled toy from the 1990s caused motion sickness complaints? Which early VR-styled toy from the 1990s caused motion sickness complaints? The Virtual Boy, General Strife, coming in with the first points of the night. Did anyone see that they are releasing the Virtual Boy games for the Switch? Question 45. What vending machines toys were... Okay, so I'm going to change this up. In the 1970s, vending machines had gumball toys that were recalled for containing a certain liquid that is now known to be super dangerous and should be used only in thermometers. What type of liquid am I referring to? Mercury is correct. Tommy, point for you. Which children's toy that was often found in gift bags was recalled after detaching and blocking airways? Which children's toy that was often found in party bags was recalled after detaching and blocking airways? The green thing? That up there? The kazoo is the correct answer. Nick, it's a point. It is Pokemon stuff. It was the kazoo. Okay, here we go. Question 47. What toy robot from the 1980s was recalled for internal overheating and melting shells? It could be, but. What toy from the 1980s that was a robot was recalled for internal overheating and melting shells? Robbie the robot was not recalled. Domo arigato, mister. No. Roboto domo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the Omnibot 2000. The Omnibot 2000. Is that another point for me? Magic Mike is not the correct answer. What 1990s inflatable punching toy caused rebound facial fractures? What 1990s inflatable punching toy caused rebound facial fractures? Not sock and boppers. Not sock and boppers. There was something else that was inflatable that you would punch. And you would hit it, and it would go down and then come right back up. And it would, if it was too big and too inflated, it would come down and hit you in the face. Bop bags is correct. Ashley gets a point. Bop bags. Question 49. What novelty toy used pressurized dye that stained skin permanently? What novelty toy used pressurized dye that stained skin permanently? It's a good guess. Spy Pen was close. Invisible ink is also close, but not correct. It's not disappearing ink. Silly string, no. Somewhere somebody's walking around with permanently stained skin from this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, good guess. They were called color burst prank pens, and they were pressurized dye that would explode and then stain permanently the hand. Point for me. And the last question of this tormenting evening for you all, where I have stumped you so far 5, 10, 15, 17 times, is question 50. What toddler bath toys were recalled after trapping water inside them and growing dangerous bacteria? What toddler bath toys were recalled after trapping water and growing rubber ducky is good enough. Tommy gets a point with rubber ducky. So after 50 questions, here is the scores as currently stated. I have 17 points. Nick has 5, 10, 12 points. Ashley has 5, 6, 9 points. Alex has 3. Olivia has 3.5. Tommy has 8. Maureen has 4. Strife has 1. Buck has 0, but that could all change right here with the CPJ Collectibles bonus trivia question. Bonus trivia question. If you've watched my most recent long form video, this is going to be for you. We'll make this one. So who has a chance to catch me? Nick has a chance to catch me. Alex and Tommy can all catch me with this one. It's worth 10. So this is hugely important for the season-long standings. So I would like the following. I mean, at the end of the day, whoever wins, everybody can answer if you know this one. But those three have a chance of winning tonight. What item does Curious George use to twirl around on the pole in the Curious George Wendy's toy set I reviewed last week? Whose hat? I need the man's hat. The man in the yellow hat, man's hat. Who should I give it to? Let me go through the chat here. It looks like Ashley has said the hat, and then she said man in the yellow. So I think, who got that one? Because Nick got it first. Correctly. Man in yellow. Ashley got it with hat, man in yellow, two different chats. Nick got it both together. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Ashley and Nick both 10. So that they both don't think I'm favoring one or the other. And I also don't want to win. So that would mean that Nick Thunder wins tonight with 22, followed by Ashley with 19, followed by me with 17. So that closes the season-long standings to Ashley only being up by 7 on Nick going into the final few weeks. This is some chicanery, and that's okay because we're all friends here. So you never know. So I do like the Marines idea. So when I announce the finale, which will be in a couple weeks, probably 3 or 4 more weeks left. What I want you guys to do is everybody prepare a couple questions that you think you would stump me with trivia-wise, and we'll see how many I can get right. But you got to give me like category and question. So we'll do that too. But anyway, that is trivia for tonight. We had a great, that's okay. We had a great, yeah, fire it up, Marine. I'll try it tonight. Hold on, should I do it Ashley style? ChatGPT, get ready. Okay, fire it up. I want to hear it, Marine. Are you ready, ChatGPT? Same category, band trivia, band toy trivia. Okay, go for it. I could cut the tension with a knife. Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty good at it on most things. Save it for the last one. I'm only doing one tonight. Let's all see this question from the Marine. I want to know it. Oh, there was, okay, so there was a doll that it did an inappropriate movement in front of its, you know what, I'm pretty sure is what you're referring to, Ashley. I don't see it, Strife. Where is it? Or I don't see it, Marine. Okay, just one or two. Where's the question, Marine? I don't see it. Yeah, copy it. You guys are going to have some diabolical questions. Like, just remember the first 3 seasons of trivia, I wasn't dropping awful questions on you guys. Why is it not coming up? I'm not seeing it. Is anyone seeing Maureen's question? Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, yeah, that would do it. What toy was recalled after it was discovered the manufacturer swapped it? Oh my God. What year is it from? That's insane. Era? 60s, 70s, 80s, 2007. You've got me stumped. I have no idea. What's the toy? That's wild. Aquadots? Really? Wow, that's crazy. That is insane. Guess you more you know. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's crazy. Okay, and on that note, that's trivia night. Always the cost cutting. Okay, so tonight, thank you everyone for playing. We had a great turnout, great amount of people. Thanks, Maureen, for joining us. We're back next Tuesday at 7:15. More retro trivia. We will see if Ashley can sustain her lead going into the final weeks, or if Nick is going to take the win. So no, final week. So save them. You got 3 weeks to prepare. Anyway, have a great week, and we'll see you guys.